Welcome back, gardeners and soil lovers. Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating and powerful gardening secrets in history, a method so effective that it transformed some of the most nutrient-poor soils on Earth into thriving, fertile land that's still alive and productive after more than 2,000 years. This isn't just gardening folklore, it's a proven practice rooted deep in the heart of the Amazon, and the best part, you can use the same technique right in your backyard to bring dead soil back to life. If you've ever struggled with soil that seems to repel growth, sandy, depleted, or simply lifeless, you'll understand why this discovery matters. For centuries, scientists wondered how ancient Amazonian civilizations, surrounded by tropical soil known for washing away nutrients, managed to farm successfully. After all, rainforest soils are typically acidic, poor in minerals, and prone to leaching. Yet archaeologists unearthed pockets of soil that were jet black, crumbly, and fertile beyond belief. They named it terra preta, or dark earth, and it's been feeding crops for millennia without the need for chemical fertilizers. So what's the secret behind this miracle soil? The key ingredient is biochar, a form of charcoal created by burning organic material in low oxygen conditions. Unlike ashes that quickly wash away, biochar locks carbon and nutrients into the soil like a sponge. The ancient Amazonians combined this charcoal with food scraps, bones, pottery shards, and composted organic matter. Over time, this mixture didn't just sit there, it transformed the earth. The porous structure of biochar gave microbes, fungi, and earthworms the perfect habitat, while the added organic matter continuously enriched the soil. The result was a living, self-sustaining system that outlasted the civilizations that built it. Now here's why this matters to you and me. The same method can be recreated today, and gardeners around the world are using it to rejuvenate dead soils, hold moisture in dry areas, and boost crop yields. Think of biochar as the ultimate soil conditioner. When you add it to your beds, you're creating millions of tiny pockets for water and nutrients to cling to. Instead of washing away with the rain, those nutrients stay put, right where your plants can access them. Worms and microbes also flock to these microhabitats, multiplying and enhancing the soil ecosystem. It's like building a luxury apartment complex for the life that keeps your soil healthy. So, making biochar isn't as complicated as it sounds. You don't need ancient kilns or specialized tools, just organic waste and, well, a bit of controlled burning. Many gardeners actually start with sticks, branches, or crop residues. By burning them in a low oxygen environment, like a covered pit or barrel, you prevent the material from turning to ash, and instead create a stable form of carbon. Once it's cooled, the biochar gets crushed into small pieces and charged with nutrients by mixing it with compost, worm castings, or even soaking it in compost tea. This charging step is absolutely essential, because fresh biochar is like a hungry sponge. If you put it into your garden raw, it can temporarily pull nutrients away from plants until it's balanced. But once it's primed, it really does become a powerhouse. What's truly exciting about using this method today is just how sustainable it is. Instead of buying chemical fertilizers or constantly trucking in compost, you're actually creating a long-term solution that stays in your soil for decades. Biochar doesn't break down quickly like other organic materials. In fact, that's exactly why terra preta is still fertile after thousands of years. Imagine putting in the work once and reaping benefits for the rest of your life, and even leaving behind soil that your children or grandchildren could grow food in. That's the kind of legacy the ancient Amazonians left, and honestly, it's one we can revive in our own gardens. But you know, the magic doesn't stop at fertility. Biochar is also a climate-friendly gardening practice. By locking carbon into the soil, it prevents that carbon from returning to the atmosphere as greenhouse gas. In other words, every time you enrich your soil with biochar, you're also doing your bit to fight climate change. It's a win-win, healthier soil for you, and a healthier planet for everyone. Picture this. Instead of struggling year after year with compacted, lifeless soil, you begin layering in biochar charged with compost. Within a season, you notice changes. Your soil feels lighter, it holds water longer, and your plants seem stronger and more resilient. By the second season, earthworms have moved in, your compost breaks down faster, and you start harvesting healthier vegetables with less effort. That's not a dream. That's the real-world effect of a technique proven for thousands of years. So the next time you walk through your garden and wonder how to truly bring your soil to life, remember the wisdom of the Amazon. The people who created Terra Preta weren't scientists with advanced equipment. They were farmers like us, working with what they had, observing nature, and finding ways to make the soil thrive. Their methods remind us that sometimes the best solutions aren't the newest ones, but the oldest. If you're ready to give this a try, start small. Collect your garden waste, experiment with making biochar in a safe pit or barrel, and blend it with your compost. Bury it in your beds, water deeply, and let nature take over. With patience, you'll see your soil transformed just as the ancient Amazonians did centuries ago. Thank you for joining me today to explore this incredible soil secret. If you found this inspiring and want more gardening wisdom that actually works, don't forget to hit that like button, share this with a fellow gardener, and subscribe for more soil building tips and natural gardening hacks. Together, we can learn from the past to grow a better future. Cheers and happy gardening.